Who makes the best bino harness out there, and what makes the best bino harness? I've tested all these harnesses that you see here on several different things and came up with my favorite, and these are all just an honest opinion on all these. I am not sponsored by any company, so hopefully this makes this the most honest binocular harness review out there. Bino harnesses that I tested are the Kifaru, the Kuiu Pro, the FHF Fob, Stone Glacier Skyline, Stone Glacier Sentinel, Eberlestock Recon, T&K Modular Bino Harness, Muley Freak Game Changer, Catamount Gen 2, Badlands X2, Alaska Guide Creations Ravus, and the Marsupial No Mag Bino Harness. This is the second bino harness review video that I've done, so if you haven't, go ahead and go back and check out that one. This one I've just added more bino harnesses to the testing. I've also added a few more things I've tested the bino harnesses on to come up with which one is my favorite. So pictured here, I have all these in order from the lightest to the heaviest. The lightest is the Stone Glaciers down here, the Centennial versus the original one. And then it goes all the way up with the heaviest being the FHF gear, the fob. All these are great bino harnesses. Nothing wrong with any of them. All of them are going to work really well. There's just a couple things that make each one a little bit better or different than the others. I'm not going to go into detail on every harness. I'm just going to touch over some things, so I might miss a couple things on each of the harnesses. On are one, the comfort. So how comfortable is the harness? How comfortable is it while you're shooting with a bow? I will post individual harness videos for each one, so if you want to see a certain one, go check out that separate video, and hopefully that'll answer any questions that you might have on a certain bino harness. I did just do the sizes and the weights of them, but I didn't really take that into consideration when doing the final test and adding up the points of each one that scores the best. Then I also did mark down which ones are magnetic and which ones are not magnetic, so if that's something that bothers you, you can go back and look at that. Like I said, these are all great harnesses, so let's go ahead and dive into which ones I chose. One thing I'm going to mention here is I did not take into consideration of the pricing. I just really wanted to find the best bino harness, so I did not include that. So if that is something that you are looking for, I will include that at the end, which one's the cheapest and all the way to the highest, and then you can kind of rank that on how I scored them at the end on my ranking. So last place, not pictured here, is the Vortex Glasspak Pro. I did that in my first original bino harness review. I ended up getting rid of that one, so I did not include that into the second round of testing, but that one came in last place. All these are great bino harnesses. There's nothing wrong with any of them, and all of them could work fine for anybody. I just picked out the one that was the most comfortable for me and did the best in my testing. So I'm going to start with the last and end up at the first. So not pictured here is the Vortex one. I ended up selling that after doing my first review. So check that one if you want to see the review over the Vortex, but that one actually came in last place. After the Vortex comes the Kifaru bino harness. This is a very well thought out pouch. It's got a lot of good pocket configuration to it. I really like the phone holder, but for me I just found that the one-handed operation wasn't the easiest. And then I had a little bit of gap in here, so it wasn't fully enclosed on my binos. The other main thing was wearing a pack. These buckles were just right into the straps, and I could not get comfortable with it, and I wear a backpack quite a bit. This was probably the least comfortable one with a backpack, so that's kind of the main reasons why this one didn't end up a little bit farther up. Next up is the fob bino harness by FHF Gear. Has good pockets to it. Wish it had some side pouches instead of ones that you have to buy and add on to it. Easy operation. It operates really well. It is one of the heavier ones. And then also, if you're wearing just a t-shirt, this little bottom where it's sewn in here just rubs into you and is not very comfortable. So that's the main reason why this one didn't end up higher up. The Muley Freak. It's a really well thought out bino harness. I like that you can adjust the tension on it. Made out of good fabric. Operates pretty easily. Not as easy as some of them. It's just a little bit bigger, and then kind of the same thing. These come all the way to the side, so if you're wearing a backpack, the straps just dig into you. Other than that, I really like the pockets on it. So it's got good configuration to it. You can attach stuff underneath, which most of them have that. But the main reason why is just for the comfort of this bino harness is why it didn't end up farther up. The Badlands has some pretty good pockets to it. This back pocket's nice. It does use magnets, so if that's something that bothers you, this pouch is probably not for you. Has good side pockets, good configurations, pretty lightweight. It's just not as comfortable as some of the other ones. Kind of same thing. The buckles come clear back on you if you're wearing a backpack. And also I just feel like this one's probably not as good a quality as some of these ones that are a little farther up. The Kuiu bino harness. This is actually a really nice bino harness, but the main reason why I didn't end up higher up is it's a little bit wider, and for some reason my binoculars would just slide back and forth on it, so the containment for a smaller bino wasn't as good as some of the other ones. It's a lightweight, easy to operate bino harness. Nothing wrong with it. Very, very nice. Easy to open and unclose one-handed. Definitely encloses the bino harness nice, so you don't have to worry about anything getting in there. And it's a little bit more waterproof than some of them. Next up is the Stone Glacier. This is the Skyline bino harness, their original one. It's probably not as well built as some of the other ones. As you can see here, it's kind of actually falling apart after a couple years of use. Kind of same thing. If you have the attachment on here, it will get in the way of a bino or of your backpack. The rangefinder attachment system is pretty good on it, so I like that. I like that it has the two side pouches. You can attach anything underneath. The one thing that's really unique about the Stone Glaciers is you can move this up and down and slide this back part, so you can fit many different binoculars. So if you're somebody who uses different optics, it's nice to be able to switch that out and still use the same bino harness. My binoculars fell out of this pouch one too many times, so that's kind of why this one is not higher up. Next up is the Eberlestock recon bino harness. I really like this bino harness. It's nice, easy to operate one-handed. It does use magnets, so if that's something that bothers you, this bino harness is not probably going to be for you. Also, the straps are a little bit longer too, so your backpack straps will rub on you if you're a smaller frame guy like me. Another thing I didn't like is this back pad is velcroed on, so it makes a little bit of noise, and this could get a little bit uncomfortable if it hits you just right on the corner. Nice bino harness, just not up at the top. The Catamount, it probably would have ended up a little bit higher up, but I couldn't get any accessories for it that they made. Yes, you could add different ones to it, but if you're somebody who likes to add accessories to your bino harness, which I think most people at least carry a rangefinder pouch or some sort of accessory with the bino harness. And then also there's no actually integrated pockets besides these front two and the zipper. Nothing on the back, nothing on the sides, and then underneath you have to you can add stuff underneath there and make it fit. So you can add different things to the bino harness, but it's just hard to get their own personal ones. And then the biggest thing for me is this lid. I just didn't like how it doesn't fold down flat. Really good, well-built bino harness. I like the size of it and everything. But the buckles stick up a little bit higher too, so if you're shooting a gun, it might get in the way of your butt plate of your rifle. The Alaskan Guide Creations. This one probably actually would have been one of my favorite. The only thing that I did not like about this is this ginormous lid that just hangs out in the front. For some reason that just bothered me, and if I was stalking or trying to get low to the ground, it's just sitting there flapping. So that is the only downside of this bino harness. Very comfortable, holds your optics great, has some pouches in there. Same kind of thing, you can add anything to the bottom here with the strapping, same to the front. It would be nice to have a little pouch in here maybe, but great vinyl harness, just need to fix the lid and it would be awesome. Functions easy, one-handed, so I do like that part about the lid. Just wish it had a little bit better way to keep that lid flatter. Next up is the T&K vinyl harness. This one would have done a little bit better if it had a little bit better flap here to grab it one-handed. Pretty much just had to pinch it, flip it open, and close it. And then also, for some reason, these sides always wanted to flip in on me, so then it didn't contain the binos completely 100%. Same kind of deal, you got a pouch in the back here, but then you have to add on ones to the side, front, and bottom. So, and it also has magnets, so if that bothers you, this one's not going to work great for you either. The Stone Glacier Sentinel vinyl harness. This one comes in at number 2. The main reason why I like this one is it's lightweight and they are really comfortable. They redid the harness on this one from the Skyline. It's more comfortable. It's a little bit wider, so you got a little bit of padding there, and it's not just the 1-inch webbing anymore. So that's nice that they redid that. The buckles are a little bit smaller. Same kind of thing. You will feel it rub on your backpack straps, so it would have went a little bit higher, but with that, that's kind of why it ended up at 2nd place. Other than that, it's awesome. I like just the minimalist design of it. I don't like extra weight hanging off of me a ton, and it's nice that I didn't have to worry about my binos falling out of this one as much as I did on the Skyline. Coming in at number 1, the winner, is the Marsupial No Mag Bino Harness. This is the Ranger Green, and then I also have the Coyote Brown. They did update it and sewn in elastic here instead of having the little band that's exposed, which I do like this a little bit better. That band ended up catching on some things. So, updated version here. Not a whole lot changed besides that I can tell. Still have a nice front zipper, 2 nice side pouches here, and then can attach anything to the bottom. Nice back open pouch that you can just slide anything in and out, which is really nice. I like that. I just really like how this operates. It operates easy one-handed. I just really like that you don't have to worry about your binos falling out. It's comfortable, not the heaviest, not the lightest, but it does work really well. And that's what I'm looking for in a bino harness, is something that functions easy and is comfortable. And with this, the one thing that I wish that they would improve is a better way to attach a rangefinder pouch to it. It just slides up and down a little bit. So the Nomad, the new No-Mag rangefinder pouch, it opens a little bit hard until you get it broke in, but it will kind of move up and down on you if it's not super tight against you. So that's one complaint that I do have about it. I just found this one to score the best on my testing. It's pretty comfortable. The only one that might be a little bit more comfortable is the Stone Glacier Centennial Bino Harness. I just found this one to operate a little bit easier for me. It's fully enclosed, don't have to worry about anything getting in or out. It's a high quality bino harness, so it should last me for a long time. And it's made by a great brand, so if you have any issues, I'm sure they'll take care of you. And same with about all these bino harnesses that I made. Everybody will take care of you. I just wish that the rangefinder pouch was a little bit better and the attachment systems could be a little bit better. But I do like that these clips don't stick out so far on it. So that way when you're wearing a backpack, you don't have to worry about rubbing your straps and then rubbing your ribs or something like that. Really comfortable. Didn't find anything else to be rubbing or anything on that. Comfortable shooting. So that is why the Marsupial won the test. I will post all the results up so that way you can take a look and see how each one scored versus each other. This is just my testing, my opinion. I'm not sponsored by anybody, and I'm sure other people will have different results that you test. Hopefully this will help you make a decision on which bino harness will fit you the best. That's the goal of this, is to help educate others and hopefully help you make a better informed decision. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. If you found this to be helpful, please subscribe to my channel. Helps me get out there to more viewers and grow to create more videos just like this one. I really appreciate it. And as always, good luck out there and stay hidden.